Good evening, everyone. Today I want to talk about something that holds so many of us back: fear. Fear is a thief. It steals our dreams, cripples our potential, and traps us in a cage of comfort. But the good news is, fear can be tamed, controlled, and even turned into fuel for greatness. The key lies in strategy and intentional, disciplined approach to living fearlessly. Let's break it down into a simple strategy. You can't conquer what you don't confront. The first step is acknowledging your fears, not hiding from them. Write them down, define them, and bring them into the light. Fear loses its power when it's exposed. Confidence isn't an accident, it's the result of preparation. When you're ready, fear becomes a motivator, not a roadblock. Study hard, practice often, and be relentless in pursuit of mastery. Fear is often a matter of perspective. Instead of viewing challenges as threats, see them as opportunities to grow. Remember, the greatest rewards often come from the greatest risks. We rise to the level of those around us. Find people who are bold, positive, and driven. Let their courage rub off on you. A fearless life isn't about being reckless, it's about making smart, bold decisions. Weigh the risks, understand the consequences, and then make your move. Fear of failure stops most people in their tracks. But failure isn't the end, it's a stepping stone. Fail fast, fail often, and learn from every setback. Perfectionism is the enemy of progress. Aim for growth instead. As long as you're moving forward, you're winning. A strong mind is your greatest weapon against fear. Feed your mind daily with positive thoughts, motivation, and wisdom. Control your thoughts, and you'll control your fears. Fear thrives in small, narrow thinking. Dream big and let your vision pull you forward. When your goals are bigger than your fears, you become unstoppable. The ultimate strategy for a fearless life is action. Don't wait for the right moment, create it. The antidote to fear is always movement. Living a fearless life doesn't mean never feeling afraid. It means mastering fear and using it to your advantage. With the right strategy, you can transform fear from a barrier into a bridge to your best life. You see, fear is a peculiar thing. It has this sneaky way of growing stronger the longer you avoid it. It starts as a whisper, just a little doubt, a tiny hesitation, but ignore it long enough, and it becomes a roar that paralyzes you. It's like standing in the shadow of a giant that gets bigger every time you look away. The longer you run, the scarier it becomes. But here's the truth. Fear is mostly an illusion, smoke and mirrors. It's our mind painting pictures of worst-case scenarios, exaggerating dangers, and amplifying doubts. And the only way to see through the illusion is to walk right into it. Step toward what scares you, and you'll find that the giant wasn't so big after all, just a shadow. Most fears dissolve when confronted. What felt impossible before suddenly seems manageable. The key is to take that first step. Courage doesn't mean you're unafraid. It means you're willing to act in spite of fear. You don't need to leap across the canyon. You just need to take the first step and keep moving. Momentum builds confidence, and confidence quiets fear. Face the conversation you've been dreading, make the decision you've been putting off, and chase the dream you've been too afraid to pursue. Life rewards the bold. The moment you stand up to fear, you gain power over it. And the more you confront fear, the smaller it becomes. You develop a habit of courage, a reputation with yourself that says, I can handle whatever comes my way. That's when you realize fear was never the enemy and action was. Fear can inspire you to prepare, to get stronger, and to push beyond your limits. It's not something to avoid, it's something to use. The biggest regrets don't come from taking risks. They come from letting fear make your choices. The future belongs to those who dare, who step up despite the tremors and take action anyway. The more you face your fears, the less control they have. Eventually, fear becomes a friend, a reminder that something important is on the line. And that's when you stop running from fear and start running toward it. Preparation is the foundation of confidence. It's the difference between walking into a room with your shoulders back, head held high, and eyes focused versus shuffling in, second-guessing yourself, hoping to get by. You see, life doesn't respond to hope, it responds to preparation. The more prepared you are, the less fear you feel. It's that simple. Success is reserved for those who pay the price in advance. It's earned in the quiet hours when no one is watching, when you're studying late into the night, rehearsing until the words flow effortlessly, practicing until the skills are second nature. When the moment of truth arrives, it's too late to prepare. The spotlight only exposes the work you've already done or failed to do. You've got to be relentless. Don't just prepare until you get it right, prepare until you can't get it wrong. Repetition is the mother of skill. Mastery doesn't come from dabbling, it comes from drilling. Push yourself until your performance becomes instinctive, and excellence is no longer an act but a habit. It's the person who practices one move 1,000 times, not the one who knows 1,000 moves but practices none, who becomes unstoppable. Preparation is about more than knowing what to do. It's about knowing how to handle what goes wrong. Life has a way of throwing surprises your way, but if you've prepared relentlessly, you're ready for anything. You adapt, pivot, and keep moving forward. Confidence isn't just knowing you'll succeed, it's knowing you can handle failure and still keep going. When you prepare relentlessly, you become a force to be reckoned with. Opportunities don't intimidate you, they excite you. Challenges become invitations to prove yourself. The world steps aside for the man or woman who knows where they're going and is prepared to get there. So study harder, practice longer, and refine your craft until your skills shine effortlessly. Preparation is the mark of respect you give yourself in the world. When you do the work, the rewards follow naturally. And when the spotlight hits, you won't have to fake confidence, you'll own it. Perspective is a powerful thing. It shapes how you see the world, how you interpret events, and ultimately how you respond to life's challenges. Two people can face the same situation. One sees a dead end, the other sees a detour. One sees a problem, the other sees a puzzle waiting to be solved. It's not the situation that determines your outlook, it's your perspective. Life is full of setbacks, obstacles, and surprises. You can't control what happens to you, but you can always control how you react. The difference between a stumbling block and a stepping stone is how you choose to see it. Challenges can be excuses for giving up or opportunities for growth. Problems can be burdens or gifts, chances to develop strength, patience, and resilience. Change how you look at things, and the things you look at change. What if, instead of fearing failure, you saw it as a stepping stone to success? Instead of worrying about criticism, you recognized it as a chance to learn and improve. Instead of dreading difficulties, you viewed them as a training ground for greatness. Life's greatest rewards are often disguised as challenges, and those who see beyond the disguise reap the benefits. When you change your perspective, fear loses its grip. Uncertainty becomes possibility. The unknown transforms from something to dread into something to explore. Life gets exciting when you see problems as adventures and setbacks as setups for comebacks. A shift in perspective turns obstacles into fuel and opportunity to prove yourself, to rise to the occasion, and to achieve what others think impossible. Every situation offers a lesson if you're willing to see it. When times get tough, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? What's the opportunity here? These questions shift your focus from what's wrong to what's possible. The challenge remains, but your approach changes, and that makes all the difference. A changed perspective doesn't make life easier, but it makes you stronger. It equips you to navigate life's storms with courage and conviction. Suddenly, setbacks don't stop you, they propel you forward. Challenges don't crush you, they refine you. The world doesn't change, but your experience of it does. That's the power of perspective. The people you choose to surround yourself with are one of the greatest influences on your life. We become a reflection of the company we keep. Our attitudes, habits, and even our level of courage are shaped by those closest to us. If you want to live a bold and fearless life, you need to spend time with the brave, the ones who dare to dream big, take risks, and rise after every fall. You see, courage is contagious. When you're around people who push boundaries, who chase their ambitions despite the odds, you start to believe you can do the same. Their confidence becomes a mirror showing you what's possible. You begin to adopt their mindset, the belief that obstacles are just stepping stones, that setbacks are setups for comebacks, and that the only failure is quitting. On the other hand, fear is contagious too. If you surround yourself with people who play it safe, who settle for mediocrity, who are quick to point out why something won't work instead of why it will, then fear will grip you too. You'll shrink to fit their limitations, and soon your dreams will seem unrealistic, your ambitions foolish, and your courage misguided. So choose your circle wisely. Seek out those who inspire you, challenge you, and hold you to a higher standard. Spend time with people who talk about ideas, not just complaints, who dream about possibilities, not just limitations. Find the ones who encourage you to take risks, who cheer you on when you dare greatly, and who hold you accountable when you fall short. You need voices in your life that echo confidence, conviction, and courage. And don't just seek out the brave, be the brave. Be the one who uplifts, encourages, and challenges others to rise higher. When you cultivate bravery in yourself, you naturally attract the same in others. It becomes a cycle of courage, iron sharpening iron. When you walk with the brave, you adopt a mindset of resilience and determination. You learn to focus on what you can control, to rise above excuses, and to persist when others would quit. You start to see fear not as a stop sign, but as a green light, a signal to push forward. Surrounding yourself with the brave makes you braver. Life is too short to play small, to hide behind fear, or to be held back by the doubts of others. Choose your companions wisely, let their courage fuel yours. Stand with the bold, and you'll find yourself doing things you never thought possible. The brave see beyond the challenge to the victory, beyond the risk to the reward. And when you walk with the brave, you start to see the same. Risk is an inevitable part of life. The question isn't whether you'll take risks, the question is whether you'll take the right ones. The truth is, playing it safe can be the greatest risk of all. It's easy to fall into the trap of comfort, avoiding the unknown and sticking to what feels secure. But comfort never leads to greatness. The path to success demands that you step out, push the boundaries, and make bold moves. But let's be clear, there's a difference between being bold and being reckless. Charging ahead blindly isn't courage, it's foolishness. A wise person takes calculated risks, not careless ones. That means doing your homework, weighing the pros and cons, and understanding the potential rewards and consequences. It's about having a plan, but not being paralyzed by overthinking. Too many people spend their lives waiting for absolute certainty before they act, yet certainty never comes. At some point, you have to take a leap of faith. Taking calculated risks requires the courage to bet on yourself. It's the decision to invest in your own potential, even when others can't see it. It's starting the business, pursuing the dream, making the career move, or seizing the opportunity. And yes, there's always a chance it won't work out, but there's also a chance it will. The cost of inaction is often far greater than the cost of failure. Regret weighs heavier than risk. Success is reserved for those who are willing to step into uncertainty. The greatest achievements were born from decisions made without guarantees, moments when boldness outweighed fear. You can't cross the ocean if you're afraid to lose sight of the comfort zone may feel safe, but it's a false security. Nothing great ever happens there. Growth, success, and fulfillment lie just beyond it. When you take calculated risks, even if you stumble, you gain wisdom, you learn, adapt, and grow. You become stronger and better prepared for the next challenge. Failure isn't fatal, it's feedback. The real failure is never trying, never giving yourself a chance to succeed. Life rewards those who are bold enough to step out, eyes wide open, understanding the risk but driven by the possibilities. Don't let fear hold you back. Take that step. You might just find that the risk you take today becomes the success you celebrate tomorrow. Failure, it's a word that stirs up fear and discomfort in most people. It's something we've been taught to avoid, a mark of shame, a sign that we're not good enough. But that's a misguided notion. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a critical part of it. The truth is, anyone who's achieved greatness has also experienced failure, often more times than they care to admit. The difference is how they chose to respond. You see, failure is a teacher, one of the best you'll ever have. It strips away illusions and reveals what doesn't work. It's the feedback you need to refine your approach, sharpen your skills, and deepen your understanding. Every setback carries a lesson, and if you're willing to learn from it, you come back stronger, wiser, and better prepared. The problem is, too many people get knocked down by failure and stay down. They let it define them, discourage them, and convince them that success is out of reach. But failure is only permanent if you quit. The key is to change your perspective on failure. Instead of seeing it as something to be feared or avoided, view it as a stepping stone, an inevitable part of the journey. Failure is proof that you're trying, pushing limits, and daring to stretch beyond your comfort zone. The only way to truly fail is to play it so safe that you never risk anything, never try anything new, and never give yourself a chance to grow. A person who never fails is a person who never tries. Success demands resilience. It requires you to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get back in the game even when it hurts. Failure might knock you down, but it doesn't have to keep you there. The question isn't whether you'll fail, because you will. The real question is how you'll respond when it happens. Will you let it shatter your confidence, or will you use it to build character? Will you shrink back or rise up stronger? Embrace failure as a natural part of progress. When you miss the mark, don't waste time sulking or blaming. Reflect, adjust, and move forward. Failure can't stop a person who keeps going. Every stumble is a setup for a comeback. You learn the most when things don't go as planned. You develop grit, determination, and mental toughness, the traits of true winners. The road to success is paved with failure. Each setback is a lesson, each mistake a teacher. The person who keeps trying, keeps learning, and keeps improving is unstoppable. So don't run from failure, welcome it. Learn from it. Let it strengthen you. Because in the end, the only real failure is giving up before the story is over. Perfection, it's a tempting idea, isn't it? The thought of getting everything just right, making no mistakes, and impressing everyone around you. It's the pursuit of flawlessness, but here's the truth. Chasing perfection is a trap. It sounds noble, even admirable, but it often leads to frustration, procrastination, and a deep sense of never being good enough. The pursuit of perfection can paralyze you, keeping you from ever starting or finishing anything worthwhile. Life doesn't demand perfection, it rewards progress. The goal isn't to be flawless, it's to be better today than you were yesterday. Small steps forward are better than standing still, waiting for the perfect moment. Perfection is an illusion, but progress is real. It's tangible, measurable, and achievable. It's the steady climb, the small victories, the incremental improvements that build momentum and confidence. Too many people get caught in the trap of waiting for the perfect plan, the perfect skill set, or the perfect timing. But perfection never arrives. If you wait until you're perfectly ready, you'll wait forever. Instead, focus on taking action, even if it's messy and imperfect. The first draft of anything is rarely great, but you can't refine something that doesn't exist. Start, adjust, and improve along the way. Action brings clarity, and progress brings confidence. Understand this: excellence is achieved through consistent progress, not unattainable perfection. Growth happens when you push yourself, make mistakes, and learn from them. You don't have to get it all right at once. Just keep moving forward. Every day, take action. You're a step closer to your goal. Consistency compounds. Those little efforts add up over time and lead to extraordinary results. Celebrate your progress. Too often people dismiss their small wins because they're chasing something bigger. But success is built on the accumulation of small victories. When you acknowledge your progress, you fuel your motivation. It's a reminder that you're moving forward, growing, and becoming better. Acknowledge your efforts, learn from setbacks, and keep going. Don't let the pursuit of perfection rob you of the joy of progress. Life isn't about being perfect, it's about becoming better. Progress is where the magic happens. That's where growth lies. That's where success is built. So let go of perfection and focus on the journey. One step at a time, one improvement after another. That's how greatness is achieved. It's not about where you are today, it's about where you're headed. Embrace progress, keep moving forward, and let the pursuit of better, not perfect, guide you. That's how you create a life of success, fulfillment, and purpose. Your mind is your most powerful tool, the engine that drives your actions, shapes your character, and determines your destiny. Yet too often we underestimate the importance of mental strength. We train our bodies, hone our skills, and chase external success, but we neglect the inner fortress, the mind that steers it all. If you want to live a fearless, fulfilled life, you must strengthen your mind. Strengthening your mind is about cultivating resilience, focus, and control over your thoughts. You see, life will throw challenges your way, setbacks, disappointments, unexpected turns. It's not a matter of if, but when. And when those moments come, it's not your talent, luck, or resources that will see you through. It's the strength of your mind. It's your ability to stand firm in the storm, to see opportunities in adversity, and to press on when others quit. The mind, like a muscle, grows stronger with exercise. Feed it with wisdom, challenge it with problems, and discipline it with habits. Read books that stretch your thinking. Surround yourself with ideas that uplift and empower you. Study principles that challenge your perspective and deepen your understanding. The more you feed your mind, the sharper and more capable it becomes. Guard your mind fiercely. Negative thoughts and self-doubt can creep in like weeds, choking out confidence and clarity. But you control what you dwell on. Choose thoughts that serve you, thoughts of courage, gratitude, and determination. When fear whispers, counter it with faith. When doubt arises, replace it with conviction. Train your mind to focus on solutions, not problems, on possibilities, not limitations. Discipline is the cornerstone of mental strength. It's about doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It's easy to follow through when motivation is high, but true strength is doing the work when the mood has faded. Consistency builds character. Each time you choose discipline over comfort, your mind grows stronger, your will becomes unbreakable, and your confidence soars. Strengthening your mind also means learning to control your emotions. Life will test you, people will criticize, circumstances will challenge, and plans will fail. You can't control what happens, but you can control how you respond. Calmness is power. Emotional mastery doesn't mean ignoring feelings, but choosing thoughtful responses over impulsive reactions. A strong mind remains steady in chaos, focused in uncertainty, and unshaken by setbacks. Finally, strengthen your mind by embracing challenges. Don't run from difficulty, seek it. Growth doesn't come from comfort, it comes from pushing limits and testing boundaries. The more you stretch yourself, the more resilient you become. Overcoming challenges builds confidence, and confidence builds courage. A strong mind is forged in the fire of adversity. Strengthening your mind is a lifelong pursuit. It's the foundation on which every success is built. The mind can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Shape it wisely. Feed it, discipline it, and challenge it. Build a mind that empowers you to face fear, overcome setbacks, and achieve greatness. That's how you develop the mental strength to live a fearless life, one of purpose, fulfillment, and unshakable confidence. Goals are the compass that directs your life. They shape your actions, focus your energy, and determine your destination. If you don't set goals, you drift aimlessly, reacting to life instead of designing it. But it's not enough to just set goals. They need to be big, bold, and compelling. Goals that stretch you, challenge you, and pull you toward the person you're meant to become. Small goals don't inspire greatness. They don't ignite passion or spark ambition. They're comfortable, convenient, and easily forgotten. But big goals now, those are different. Big goals scare you a little and excite you a lot. They wake you up in the morning and keep you up at night. They push you beyond your limits and demand growth. Big goals are the kind that make you reach higher, dig deeper, and become more than you ever thought possible. When you set big goals, something remarkable happens. You tap into a reservoir of potential you never knew existed. You begin to operate on a higher level, thinking creatively, acting decisively, and pushing past fear. Big goals force you to develop new skills, acquire new knowledge, and overcome obstacles. They shape your character, strengthen your resolve, and build your confidence. You start to believe in yourself not just because of the goal itself, but because of who you're becoming in the pursuit. Of course, setting big goals is not enough. You need a plan, A goal without a plan is just a wish. Break your big goal down into smaller, manageable steps. Define the milestones and track your progress. Consistency compounds small, consistent actions lead to big results over time. Each step forward builds momentum, and with each victory, your confidence grows. You begin to realize that no goal is too big if you're willing to take the necessary steps. But be prepared, big goals attract big challenges. The path won't always be easy. You'll face setbacks, discouragement, and days when the goal seems impossible. That's when commitment matters. Motivation can get you started, but commitment keeps you going. When the excitement fades, discipline takes over. Stay focused, stay consistent, and don't let temporary obstacles distract you from your vision. And remember, big goals require a powerful why. A deep, compelling reason to keep going when times get tough. Why does this goal matter to you? What will it mean for your life? When your why is strong enough, the how becomes clear. Passion fuels perseverance and conviction overcomes doubt. Big goals have a way of revealing who you are and who you can become. They force you to rise to the occasion, to develop strength and courage you didn't know you had. Even if you fall short, you'll be further ahead than if you never tried. The pursuit itself transforms you. You'll gain confidence, skills, and wisdom, qualities that last long after the goal is achieved. So don't settle for small goals. Dream big, plan boldly, and pursue relentlessly. Set goals that challenge you, excite you, and demand your best. Life is too short to play small. Aim high, higher than you think you can reach, and watch yourself rise. The journey will be demanding, but the reward is worth it. That's how you create a life of purpose, impact, and fulfillment, by setting big goals and pursuing them with everything you've got. The difference between a dream and a reality often comes down to one thing: action. Ideas are powerful, plans are valuable, and goals are essential, but none of them mean a thing without action. You can have the best intentions, the most detailed plans, and the clearest vision, but if you don't act, nothing changes. Too many people spend their lives waiting for the perfect moment, waiting until they feel ready, waiting for all the lights to turn green. But here's the truth: the perfect moment rarely comes, and readiness is often a myth. Success belongs to those who act, those who take the first step, even if it's uncertain, even if it's imperfect. Action is the great separator. It's what distinguishes dreamers from doers. The dreamer talks about what they'll do someday, when the time is right, when the stars align. The doer moves forward now, today, this moment. They understand that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and they're willing to take it. Imperfect action always beats perfect inaction. You don't need to know every step, you just need to know the next one. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. The longer you delay, the harder it becomes. Procrastination feeds on itself. It drains your confidence and steals your momentum. The more you hesitate, the heavier the task seems. But the moment you take action, you break the cycle. You generate momentum, and momentum is a powerful force. It builds confidence, energizes you, and propels you forward. A small step today creates a ripple effect, leading to bigger and bolder steps tomorrow. Taking immediate action doesn't mean acting recklessly. It means moving forward with purpose, even when the path isn't fully clear. It's about committing to progress over perfection. Too often we let fear and doubt keep us on the sideline. We think, what if I fail? What if I'm not ready? What if it's not good enough? But successful people ask a different question: what if I succeed? They focus on possibilities, not obstacles. They understand that failure is just a stepping stone, a chance to learn and grow. The only true failure is never trying. When you feel inspired, act. When you have an idea, pursue it. When you set a goal, take the first step right away. Action sends a powerful message to yourself and to the world. It says, I'm serious about this. It transforms intentions into results, potential into progress. Every great achievement began with someone deciding to take action right then and there. You can talk about it, plan for it, dream of it, but nothing changes until you act. Action breeds confidence and courage. Each step forward makes the next one easier. You start to believe in yourself, not just because of what you dream, but because of what you do. Your actions create evidence of your capabilities. So don't wait, don't hesitate. The best time to act is now. Take that step, make that call, send that email, start that project. Get moving today, not tomorrow. Because action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. The journey of success starts with a single decisive step. The only wrong move is standing still.